Good morning. First off, I'm so sorry I'm not there. I am actually at home today. I am on antibiotics, which is why I'm not there. Ends up being that I did have the beginnings of strep, so they said go ahead and take tomorrow off just to be sure. And I also had an ear infection, go figure. So, enough about me and why I'm not there. I'm so sorry again. Please make sure you're checking out the other video. Also, I need you to pause this video because I need you to go. It'd be good if I could talk this morning. I need you to go to page 56. And I need you to do this warm-up. Are you pausing? Make sure you're pausing and do the warm-up. When you are done, unpause it and then come back to me. All right, so we're going to hope that you actually really did listen and instead of just following along. First thing I want to do, I want to make sure that I'm looking at both variables. This includes the sign right in front of the variable. So if I'm looking at this, I always want to move my smallest variable. Why? Because it makes my life much easier at the very end. That way I'm not dealing with trying to divide with a negative. Yes, it's easy with your calculator, but in the inequalities, you'll have to flip a sign, and it's a pain in the butt. So, if at all possible, I like to keep my signs positive. So, I'm going to go ahead and move this negative x because there's a negative 1 there. So I'm going to add x to both sides. Why am I adding? Because it's the opposite. That zeros, I add in my x. I put it in the same side. Make sure you are actually putting your stuff underneath the exact same stuff. That means if it's a variable, put it underneath the variable. If it's a constant, put it underneath the constant. That, by the way, moves down. If the railroad tracks help you, use them. 10x plus negative 2. Now, I want to isolate my variable. That means I want to get this all by itself. This is just a refresher from yesterday. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides. Yet again, my equal side comes down. I have 10, 10x. Now divide both sides by 10, and I get my answer of x equals 1. You are not done. You need to check it. From here, I do negative 2 plus 9 times my x, which is 1, is equal to x minus 1. You put this in your calculator, you get 7 is equal to 7. My answer checks out. I'm good. Next one. Make sure again, pause the video. Did you pause it? Are you sure you paused it? And if you're laughing at this, I'm glad. Yes, I'm trying to be a little entertaining. All right, so Ms. Garrett, wait a minute. That's a negative, and that's smaller. But if I do that, what happens? Well, I'll show you. So yet again, I'm going to add my x. I'm going to add my x because I still don't want to deal with it. However, now I have a 0. Leave the 0 there. There's nothing over there. That means I need it there. This just takes in a little extra step, but it makes it easier on you later. So yet again, I want to isolate my variable. So I'm going to add 10, add 10. Now, check it out. Now I have a positive, and then I have 4x. Divide by 4, and I'm left with x is equal to 2.5. Now, I check it. So I have negative 2.5 is equal to 3 times 2.5 minus 10. So, because I don't have a calculator here, that means you all get to check me today. Negative 2.5 is equal to 7.5 minus 10. You guys already have negative 2.5 is equal to negative 2.5. I just need to make sure that I was right. And that's our warm-up. Now, I'm only going to do one of these. Yep, you just heard me correctly. I'm only doing 1. Now, because you guys seem to have a little bit of trouble with some of these other ones, I'm going to choose... No, I'm not choosing a decimal. You guys have a calculator. You guys are perfectly good with a calculator. So, let's see here. If I'm looking at this, I'm going to pause my side. That way I can look to see which one's going to be the most beneficial to y'all. So I was looking at these, and the one that I figured out would probably be the most beneficial to you is probably going to be number 3. First off, because it's got the negative and positive rules that we still don't love using our calculator for. So, from here, yet again, I'm going to look at my variables. Which one of these is the smallest? Yes, that's a negative. That means negatives are always smaller. So I'm going to add 4x to both sides. Now I'm left with, and I'll make this bigger for y'all, 6x. Because I have a negative 4x and a positive 4x, I'm going to zero that out. Minus 14 is equal to 0 x's, which means I don't have to write it. And then I'm left with the sign and my 16. Now, anytime I see a subtraction sign, that's the same thing as a negative. So negative 16. From here, I want to get everything away from my variable, which means I'm going to add 14, add 14. This is when you put this mess in your calculator. I'm left with this 6x is equal to a negative 2. From here, divide each side. I'm going to leave this as x equals negative 1 over 3. How'd I get 1/3? Negative 2 divided by 6 is equal to negative 0.3333, repeating forever. Now I'm going to check it. Now, when you put this in your calculator, remember we're going to do 2 times negative 1 divided by 3 minus 14 is equal to negative 4 times negative 1 divided by 3 minus 16. Now, what you get when you put this in your calculator, and yes, I did just pause my side of the video and put it in the calculator, because there was no way I was going to be able to do that in my head right off the top. So that becomes negative 14.6666, repeating forever, and then it becomes a 7 in your calculator because it rounded. And if you just want to do negative 0.14.6 with a bar notation, that means that goes on forever, or 2 6s with a bar notation. I don't care, that's up to you. Alright, I am posting up another video with this one, so if you have any questions, definitely shoot me an email. Watch the math dude. Yes, I know he's a little cringy, but he's got really good stuff, and hopefully he's going to make a little bit more sense where maybe I didn't for you. So let me know if you have any questions. I'll be available via email and in the comment section. Thanks, guys, and I will see y'all tomorrow. I'm so sorry I'm on antibiotics, but I didn't want to take a chance of potentially getting anybody sick, so that's why I'm at home today. Love y'all, and I will see y'all tomorrow.